Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust, and we're talking about the Rust Console Edition or the Rust Console Beta that's currently going on. That's currently under NDA. That's why we're here doing this now on the PC, but we will be doing it on the Xbox and/or PlayStation as soon as we possibly can, or as soon as we're allowed to. So this is the no keycard Airfield run. So if you want to get that loot and you don't have electric fuse, blue card, or green card, you can still loot the airfield. So if you do have those said puzzle pieces and you would like to complete the airfield puzzle, I've got the link now for the airfield blue card puzzle. I'll go ahead and link that in the upper right hand corner. Whew, okay, there we go. So I got that all backwards. My hay was all flat. We got this. We'll do this. Okay, so same as before, you always want to make sure you put down a sleeping bag. And that's always good for you. Place down a stash as well. Stick some of your extra stuff in there. I always tell people, take that extra trash gear, throw it out there. So you need that rad protection when you come in here. You will need 10 rad protection to head into the airfield. That's really the only requirement if you want to be grabbing the loot. Now, always, this place is a hot zone, so a lot of times you can get paid off of just clapping other players. But I like to go skis through these towers real quick in the very beginning. So we're going to go ahead and check a few of these out. They'll either have a standard size crate or they'll have a military crate. Yeah, I can't wait to be playing this on the old... Oh, man. It's going to be so good. So I like to jump up the stairs or ladder pieces whenever I can. Quick note, there'll also be some airdrops that happen out here. Airdrops. There'll be... what are they called? The hackable crate that comes through with the Chinook. There we go. I was like, what is it? That'll come through, and sometimes they choose the airfield, so this can be a good place to post up. And no crates. They'll usually be in the corners here. They'll either be a military crate or the standard crate. Again, having all those little goodies in there. We might break off the camera and then do it on the other towers if they're about the same as this. So again, you can close this door. I like to do that to give myself an audio cue when people are closing in. Alright, so you've got some more food and stuff around here on the outskirts. Super important. Again, if you want to be saving these rad pills for doing the launch site, definitely worth your time. I'm going to go ahead and link the launch site puzzle now in the upper right hand corner. Very good. Launch site is the red key card if you didn't know. This area is a lot like the other transformer locations. The only difference is you've got this exit or entrance depending on how you look at it. You got some barrels, but check this out. Well, blue barrels, standard barrel, but military crate, bam, 8 scrappy doodles and a lappy top. So you can use that laptop to grind up if you are not going to be making any of the turrets. Is that a bear? Oh boy. Oh boy. We got another barrel here. Again, using some of this terrain to give yourself cover as you move. Always expect people to be popping out of these side pieces. Again, you have another exit entrance here and one of these tubes. Some of the other things I like to bring out here is obviously 6 to 9 cloth, or I'm sorry, 6 to 9 bandages. Again, if you just pick up the hemp or you're growing it in your base, you can grab your cloth that way. Or if you're recycling certain things. Okay, we're at another tower here. I don't know if do these numbers coincide with, oh, I guess they do. So this is tower 3. Oh, I didn't know if they were just random decals and if they actually correlated to the position each time. I didn't know. So this tower here has a probability of spawning either a military crate or a standard crate. Again, just like the last one. Oh, there we go. Bam! There's a regular crate. And boom! You got a fuse right there. This is a good way to just stockpile just resources in general. Things not only for weapons, but for your defense, whether it be clothing or even for base defense. Gears. Alright, so we're going to head over to the hangars here. We're going to go cross over and show you what some of the loot is here. Again, not a bad place to live next to because you can always kind of swoop down here and catch people slipping. A lot of the crate drops and stuff happen here, the hackable crates, but also you've got access to, what is it, the crude and the low grade and those red barrels. There you go, look at that. Gears and 5 scrappy doodles. Gears are money. There you go, there's a red barrel. Red barrels are always going to be good for that crude and low grade, especially when you're trying to make your furnaces first off. That's how you break into and make your metal fragments if you're not recycling them. Speaking of recycling, I do believe the recycler's in the building next to us. A little quick combat PvP tip. You can climb up and down these here, giving yourself a pretty good drop on somebody in there, or you can kind of check the LZ if you're walking through there. Yeah, we do it all the time. Catch people just oblivious to what's going on down there. Alright, so we're crossing in over here. And we've got some barrels here. Look at this. Another military crate. Bam! No cards. No nothing. We just get this off the rip. So why it's so good to come here. Now, here is the recycler. And it is good, but it's also contested. So I often tell people, if you can do it in a safer place, sweet. Or if you've got coverage, a duo, trio, whatever, to kind of watch your back, that's great. Or do it in the cover of darkness. People always ask me, hey, it's so dark in Rust, what do I do? Use silhouettes and go in and do operations like this. Sneak in here to Hangar Wizzes 2 and do your recycling there. It helps a lot if you're looking for certain pieces. But you do sacrifice whatever you put in. So do know that. So there's certain things that, you know, maybe you don't want to recycle. Heading into the first hangar here. I believe it's hangar number 1. Fingers crossed, I hope. You've got a series of cargo crates in here. It's surprisingly vertical if you're not paying attention. So really you want to enter this place cautiously. I would recommend those windows. But look at this. This is our 3rd military crate. Bam. Another camera. More scrappy doodles. You're already stacking up in your progression. Look at this. So one of the things maybe you would want to recycle might be that camera. But again, it all depends on when and where you're at in the wipe, what you're trying to achieve. So sometimes that doesn't make sense. But cameras and computers do combine, if you have the blueprint, to make a turret. So those are very useful, especially for your base and or an FOB. Okay, so exiting the hangars now. We're going to head around to the other watchtower, which is Tower 4, question mark. And this is, I don't know if there's any loot in here, to be honest, but this is what a downed attack helicopter would look like. It's kind of funny that it's a big old heap. These two here sometimes have barrels. A lot of times I like to go up this tower first and then see if there's anything over there. But it can be good cover, again, if your teammates are there, a nice little surprise for somebody. Always listen for audio cues. These doors can definitely tell you when people are coming, although I leave that one wide open. Kind of cut these corners. Again, if you're doing that hackable crate event, this is a good place to post up. Oh, did I miss it? I certainly did. There we go. Come on, military crate. Oh, yeah, there we go. What are we on now? Is this our 4th one? Bam! Heavy-duty armor, 5 pipes. That's good for all kinds of weapons. And 8 scrappy doodle. Dude, we're killing it. Another reason, we talked about this earlier, I don't know if I finished the idea, but living close to something like this is great because you're constantly hitting this over and over again. So you can already see, like, if you're getting this on the regular, how great this is. Not to mention just the action that comes to your backyard while doing this. We've got some more food here. Again, the hackable crate will land roughly in this zone out here. Oh, yeah, I guess it's worth mentioning now. I do have a Rust beta guide, or we should just call it the Rust Console Edition guides in general. I'll go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. Go check that out. It's got things on monuments, base building, raiding, how to find key cards, use them, solving puzzles, all that good stuff. And again, it's not going to ruin anything for you. If anything, it'll help you avoid those, you know, pitfalls and such. And there's plenty to learn in doing this game, so it's definitely not going to ruin anything. So it's quite helpful. Check it out. There we go. We got another box right here. Boom. So we're at the entrance here. Do we have another jump up here? No. Okay. Well, there's another tower over there that can be quite dirty for holding if you're doing the hackable crate. Go ahead and work our way down. Now, the air traffic control building's got a couple little spots to hold up in. And again, as you kind of skim the outside, I like to do that because then you can kind of pop in and out of those holes. So if things go down or somebody gets a drop on you, you can kind of just, boop, you know, strafe away from it. Maybe you lose them in that fashion. And plus, with so many people entering, they might just re-aggro on somebody else. Almost back around where we started. Let's go ahead and check out the ATC building. More barrels. Always keep a lookout for that. I see people like skipping those. I wouldn't. They're always good. You know, loot's loot. And almost everything's got a purpose or a function. And if you don't have a use for it, you can always recycle it or sell it. It's the ATC tower. Show you it's got different like little sandwich layers here. Little doors. That's pretty sneaky. Do both of these ladders work? Oh, I guess they do. I wouldn't recommend climbing up a ladder that's exposed like that, but you totally could. This one should go to the 2nd floor interior. I mean, look at this line of sight out here. It's pretty spacious. Pretty good line of sight. And right here, bam, another crate. So oftentimes, again, with that hackable crate that comes down, you got about a 15-minute timer if you activate it. If you have your teammates here and you coordinate, you can really do some damage. If you have binoculars, some kind of mid to long range, or even melee. I mean, you can make it all work. That's the beauty of Rust. The skill factor can really even it out. All right, so we're going to go into the interior and show you a couple of the crates and such. And obviously there's the tunnels downstairs, but that's more for the puzzle because there's not too much you can do down there. It's mostly just kind of camping and waiting for other people to come through. There you go, you got a research table. Bam. Coming back out here. And then, does this room have anything? I don't think it does. These little upstairs sections usually do. These little holes in the floor are definitely super dirty for camping or just clapping people. Sometimes there's a crate right there. It's always worth just taking a look. Oh, there we go. We have one down here. Right next to where the puzzle starts. So there you go. That's the airfield with no key card. It should help you out at any level as long as you have 10 rad protection and a little bit of cloth to give yourself some heals. You can do quite a bit of work out here. So hopefully that's helpful. If you found it useful, be sure to drop a like. And if you're into it, consider dropping a subscribe and turning on those notifications. Just know that we will be playing this very heavily, not only when the NDA is lifted for the beta, but we'll be playing this heavily when this goes full release. Fingers crossed, spring 2021. So yeah, hopefully we'll see y'all there. We'll see you in the next video / live stream. Love you. Bye!